And welcome everybody to the stream. I'm your host, Axler Twinblades, my Splinterlands in-game name. I also go by nfoGuides here on YouTube and Twitch. And a lot of people know me with my tool set, Barons Toolbox. So, if you happen to be watching this after I've been live, please leave comments below, like and subscribe to this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on my thoughts and the conversation that we will be having here. The main thing I want to go over is it's been 24 hours since land has kicked off. Hey, new again, how you doing? I just realized it didn't get my message right, but oh, and Ghostly BG's in the house. I forgot to update the alert that went out. So, yeah, I'm just kind of kicking off a stream here. I got some chests to pick up here in a little bit. It's the day before season ends. Let's see. And I was just kind of going to go over how well I did for myself as far as land goes. It's now been 24 hours since SPS has happened or changed over. So let's jump over here to land. Now I will say I did collect at about 7 o'clock this morning. So this isn't everything, but I did collect at about 7 o'clock this morning. So there will be that. And so let's go over here and view my plots here. And just looking to make sure there's not any kind of like alert icons or anything that I might see. I don't think there is, but hey, you know. Okay, so at a quick glance, it looks like I'm going to get 24 more SPS. I think that's what that means when I go to collect. I got 40 some odd SPS earlier today. On my Baxton one and this one combined, I think. I should have wrote down the numbers. I believe I got about 40 earlier today, and so this here would round out the rest of that. So let's go here to a better view, and I've got 15 more. That seems a little light. I must have collected. Oh, I think I did collect somewhere else throughout the day. Does it tell me how long since I last collected? I think it will over here. I can't remember what screen shows me, but that's okay. And so we got to feed the workers again. So we're going to go ahead and feed the workers. Are you guys all set on your lands? Did you get yourself set up? Yep, I'm getting... Let's see, I used to get about 22 SPS for 17 plots. And now with 2 of them running SPS, I think I'm getting about three times that. I think I'm getting around 75 SPS per day. Okay, delayed transactions. So let's just kind of head back over here. So research points so far, I'm up to 105, and it looks like I got another 55 here. So that means it looks like for research, I'm getting 155 research a day, and that's 3 common magical plots. Of course, they're not maxed out workers. Well, they're max level, but they are not like gold foil legendary. And new again, haven't had a chance to collect since setting everything up. Really do not have to rush. That is correct. I'm just trying to target the 24-hour mark. So in my brain, I can kind of get a handle of about how much I'm getting per day. And now Ghostly BG, you're getting about a surplus of 6,700 grain. How many plots do you have running grain? I'm barely breaking even. Actually, I think I'm a little bit behind on grain. Let's see. Let's try this again. And I got plenty of grain. And okay, we can do this. Ah, you have one. How many total land plots are you running then right now? Because I was actually thinking about, you know, yes, I'm getting some SPS, but it's not crazy high. So I was actually thinking about switching my stuff up here in a day or so and putting my best plot on just grain because of the problem of getting grain. 2 active, 2 in construction, 4 waiting. Okay. 716,000 grain and 567 SPS. Nice. Well, it doesn't look like the Harvest All wants to actually function for me right now. Go figure. I bet if I do it individual plots, it will. Earlier today, it worked. So I don't know if they're having problems or not, but it is the daily focus end, so I suspect they're just having a lot of transactions right now. So let's go ahead and hit the daily focus. Wish me luck. Oh, here. I'm going to kick this off too. Yeah, that thing. Again, you don't have to play. Huh, that's weird. There shouldn't even be a battle there. Don't need to watch it. Okay, we go here. I needed them. Can use that. I needed them. Oh, there we go. We got some gold foil Bruins. I already have him maxed. I don't mind extras, but I'd like some of the other guys too. I needed some more him. Ooh, epic. And I'm going to say pretty lackluster here, guys. 480 merits. I got 2 gold foil, but all the stacks were really small this round. I didn't get any 8 or 9s. While I'm waiting for everything, let's jump over here and do some card combining. Oh, I should say some of the things I've been up to is I did list all of these for sale earlier today. This is the last of my Untamed. It looks like something sold because I got more deck than I had earlier. And let's see. Not that. I want Soulbound. We want Chaos Legion. I got some grunts. Okay, let's go fly a cart. Yeah. There we go. Okay, he's combined up. Didn't make a huge dent with that card. Oh, some fungus flingers. 1 card out of 10 champion chess. Yep. Diamond's been okay for me. I mean, all things considered, I even wish Diamond, how can I say it? I wish Diamond gave more gold foil cards than it does, and I wish the epics and legendaries had a little bit better drop rate. And the bloodstones and all that, they're just too expensive. Oh, forgot I left that on the screen. Okay. So, Splinterlands is taking its little time. Well, we can't really do much if I can't get anything to function here. Let's see what. Let's look at the gold foil ones. In my Eternal Brune, not enough to make a jump on this guy yet. I'll try another combine here, but I wonder if I'm having an RC issue. I don't think so. No, I've got plenty of RC. Hey, Skyer's in the house. Oh, this is interesting. My chat isn't showing you there, Skyer. I mean, YouTube is showing me. That's kind of strange. I see it here, but my combined chat is not wanting to show me anything. Weird. Huh. I don't know why. Let me try to close out the YouTube chat and reopen it here. And pop out. How's land, Mr. Baron? Well, we'll find out. Try to say something else in chat and see if that goes through. I'm perplexed as to why it didn't. Or it's not. Let's see. Everything was working so well. Okay, that time it went through. Okay. And the game seems to be running slow for me on transactions right now, so it's like, you know, fire something off and wait, fire something off and wait. I don't remember getting 7 of these cards. Did I miss this from yesterday? Probably. Yeah, I've got my plots going. As soon as I get these cards combined, I'll jump back over there. I was trying to do that, but it wouldn't let me harvest. Come on. We can get there. Yep, I've only got 1 Rooney. And there's that message again. It's like hit or miss if it goes through right now. Yeah, it's going to expectations. I think I might switch it up though, just so I can produce more grain. I'm getting about 3 times the amount of SPS that I was getting before the change. Hey, DeFizz, you didn't miss much. I've been wrestling with the game. It hasn't wanted me to make transactions too well here. But yeah, Skyer, as far as land goes, it's where my expectations are. I'm a little bit behind on grain production. I mean, but I started up a 13th plot, and that was never part of my original idea. So I am behind the amount of grain based on that one plot. Okay, now let me jump back over here to land and see if we can... Skyer, you're going to put one plot over to SPS. Coolness. Yeah, what I did is I did my 12, but then I spun up this one over here because it's rare. I spun this one up as an SPS plot also. So I'm behind on grain over here, but on my 12 plots, my original plan, I'm pretty much breakneck even. I'm getting like an extra maybe like 2,000 grain per day. However, this one's eating like 5,000 grain a day. I have one plot over here. Yep. So let's see if I can go in here and claim. Oh, you're in that neighborhood. Awesome, awesome. Good to know. Let's go back here to production. I was just trying to collect right around the 24-hour mark of SPS, just so I could catch up in my head where everything was at. And something tells me the game is running slow. You know what? Maybe this is something to do with Barons Toolbox. Manage extensions. We'll just go ahead and turn it off for now. Because before I blame Splinterlands, I need to make sure I shouldn't be blaming myself. Because Barons Toolbox will do a bunch of API calls as well. Turns out you are slightly negative on grain also. Yep, that's where I'm at, DeFizz. It's like my 12 plots, we're holding strong. We're breaking even. But, well, I'm getting like an extra 2,000. However, the plot I turned on down here was never part of the plan. So that 13th one, which was the second one for SPS, that one's costing me some. But I got plenty of surplus right now, so I got time to rectify this. So let's see if I can harvest now. Okay. We can do it! Aha! That time I collected, so I got 17 there. Let's see. I hate how it has to go back to that screen, but I know lots of people complain on that. 55 more research. Confirm. Huh, I thought it said 55. I'll take that. And or is the harvest all doing... No, that's just all the BRL, the Broken Lands. Okay, so now let's confirm this. So I've got 12,702 produced. I don't know how that number's working. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. What really matters is over here. So... Okay, on this screen. I wish I didn't have to jump around here all the time. Okay. I was at 102,000 grain, and now I'm at 104,000 grain. So yeah, I'm up on those 12 plots about 2,000 grain per day. Now, as a recap, I've got 8 common plots running grain, 3 common magic running research, 1 epic running SPS. So an 8-to-4 ratio to break even with my level of workers. So now let's jump over here to this guy. Now this guy's just costing me food. So how much is he going to cost me to harvest? Oh, that's not too bad. It's only costing me 2,000? Is that correct? I'm closer to break even than I thought. Your SPS production on your 2 plots is about the same as I was getting before holding land. Oh, before when you were holding land. Not sure if it's worth it changing them to research to get a head start on that, especially after Yavamat talking up like... I was planning on doing it since June. I was planning on doing it because here's how I looked at it. For research, right now, if you do research on a magical plot, you get a 100% boost. That's the equivalent of a Rooney. I only have 1 Rooney, so it's a 100% boost on those plots of land. Now, we don't have the white paper yet, so don't hold me to this. But what I'm looking at is, okay, when magical lands actually, or when land phase 2.0 comes out, I believe the concept is going to be, let's go over here where we can see it. Nope. Yep. I do not like their interface. I never will like their interface. Last I looked, they were above 500. Okay, let's try a refresh again. Okay. What we knew about Land 2.0 a long time ago is, well, actually, the original white paper for Land said that magical lands would produce one of 6 types of essences, or magical essences. And so, in order to harvest this magical essence, you would need to construct a building. Well, right now, we can't collect this essence, so the 100% boost to research is purely because there's no other benefit for magic. You can't collect the magical stuff just yet. And so, when land phase 2.0 stuff hits and we can collect magical essence, I believe, I could be wrong, the 100% bonus to collecting research on these lands will change. I don't know if it'll go away, but I suspect it will change. Yes, I'm excited about the additional prefix. I'm only going to get the low one of, you know, holding 5 land plots, but that's okay. Sorry to ask again, DeFizz. I keep forgetting. How many lands do you have? I know you've told me. I'm just forgetful. Okay, so I want to look at some numbers. So I'll round down because I'm a little bit past an hour, but I believe with my 3 common magical plots, I got 155 research tokens in a 24-hour period. Now, of course, you look in the Mavs chat and you see these region holders showing that they got 7,000 or something like that. Well, la-dee-da. So I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. All I know is that's better than some people, so I'm taking it. And I'm going for it because of the 100% boost on magical plots. That could go away with land phase 2.5. Oh, I've just been watching my balance. I'm old school. Peak Monsters is great in a lot of ways. I have a chip on my shoulder because the devs from Splinterlands will support Peak Monsters left, right, and center. And when I try to get little things for a free piece of software called Barons Toolbox, a lot of times I kind of get snubbed on some elements. And I know, I shouldn't read that much into it, but I do. So I do use Peak Monsters when I'm doing bulk transfers and all that, but I tend to shy away from using Peak Monsters from everything. For everything. Let me rephrase. Okay, so it looks like I got 155 of those. Now, what caught me off guard is after collecting, so I'm up about 2,000 grain here, and then the other region. How can I switch over? How can I switch over to Umbra? Come on. Yeah. I had 50,000 over here, and I've been burning through that 50,000 food, so I'll have to keep an eye on that, but I believe I'm within like 100 or 200 grain from breaking even across the board between both areas. Now, I haven't had to count into the tax of transferring from my other region over to here, but that's okay. Because I have 50,000 I can use here, and then over here in Braxton, I'm still sitting on the original 100,000. Why can't I select the whole region? That thing is just weird. I do not like their interface. I had 100,000 from the pre-sale. Currently 18. Okay, so you're neck and neck with me. I've got 17. See, I went as high as I could and stretched myself really thin to activate 13. Of your 8, how many did you go, like, what was your breakdown? Grain versus SPS versus research? Hey, didn't see Black Torch sneak in here. I'm having problems with my chat programs not showing everything here. It's a little bit confusing to me. We've got Ankh 12 in here. Okay. What the hell? I'm sorry for my language. One moment. My Twitch TV chat has stopped, and I just realized that, so I want to make sure I say, yes, new again. We will find out with the 2.0 paper very soon. I really wish they would have had that out in draft form before we had to start all of our properties, but that's okay. Hello to Ankh 12, and hello to Black Torch. Now let me see if I can get this chat fixed. I don't know what's going on because my chat's decided to be weird. Okay, how do I find the pop-out chat over here again? Here's chat. And this pop-out chat. And there's... Okay. Test. There we go. Now we're showing up on the screen again. It's important for me to see it because I read here, try not to give you guys too much vertigo. I have the mixed chat right here on the left of my stream setup. And so when it stops working, I do have the other windows on a third monitor, but it's something I don't look at too often. Ankh 12, Max Goldfoil Commons on Occupied and Epic Land. Yep. I didn't have the money to get Max Goldfoil Commons, but I did buy a bunch of the next best, which were just the Max regular foil legendaries. I got like, and this isn't much compared to what you probably have, but I'm proud of it. I've got like, oh, what is it? 9 Oceanuses maxed. I think I got about 8 of the Harclaws maxed. So I have an all Oceanus plot and an all Harclaw plot. And let's get this off the screen so you guys don't have to stare at that. So, yes, I know this is going to be one of those things that's going to take quite a while. What I'm seeing as a lacking area, and this is where probably Peak Monsters will be the first people to present this, is right now I would love at this view to be able to see the workers I have on these plots of land. And the reason I say that is because right now it's like, okay, if I want to upgrade some of my guys on this plot of land, I have no idea who I put on what. So if we go into a step further and, okay, if we don't go to the specific plot, if we look at production, and I come over here, okay, even on this screen, I can see what I'm working, but I still cannot see my workers. So you really have to come in here and it's like, okay, research, what have I got going on here? I still can't see the workers, and now I can see my workers. That's way too hard to get to this point. Now, I don't necessarily need to see if I've got totems and runeys, but I do think I need to see these workers, and you know, it would be nice to see the number, but I don't have to. But at least being able to see these numbers right here, or these guys, but way back on the other screen. I mean, I don't know that I want to manage this plot of land because I can't see the workers on this plot of land. And I know why they can't do that normally. It's because of Ankh 12 and New again. You guys with regions, they can't draw 1,000 plots of land with 6,000 workers for all those plots on the screen at one time. It will bog down. My argument is at most there's 150 region owners, whereas at most there's 150,000 single plot owners in the game. They really spent a lot of time making these screens work great for... Sorry, Ankh. I got your name confused with Azarkon. But they spent a lot of time getting this stuff set up for the region holder, but not enough time for the individual holder. So they prioritized region holders, and then they didn't really take a step back and realize most of their customer base is going to have far fewer plots. I mean, here's 12 plots. You can easily, I know, I've done it on my land piece. You can easily come in here and draw 12 plots on the screen with 6 workers on every one of those graphics right there. That would be simple. It would not overload the system. It would not take too long. Is research, which add damage for cards, will be sale also to all players that even without land can use them. Okay. Research, Black Torch, is going to be used for, yes, all things. It's going to be used for the Secret of Pretoria. I suspect you will have some sort of research levels that you will want to achieve that will help you in crafting items and spells to get better RNG. Now, you're still going to need magical essences. You're still going to need to, harvest wood and ore, put them in a blast furnace to smelt some steel bars that you can then produce said weapons with. So you're still going to have to do more than that. But yes, research is one part. And you will want to have some research. Even if you're not gung-ho for the Secret of Pretoria, it sounds like research is something that you cannot buy, sell, or trade. It's only something that you can produce for yourself. Now, how it gets used, we got to wait for the white paper on that. Because we really don't know. But yeah, I really think we need to see cards here. And they recently did this wonderful change. So my Barons Toolbox API for land has broken. I haven't had time to go look for it and find out what I got to do to fix it. Yay. They probably moved the API to a different location and I'm unaware of it. So I just got to go look that up because it's obvious my tool isn't loading anything. You have two research, 1 SPS, and 6 grain. All right. So your breakdown is similar to mine. But you are definitely going to be producing more. You should have a surplus of grain. Okay. So we've got that out of the way. We've got my lands and the management side definitely needs some help. I think what I'm going to do, and this is for lots of people, because there's lots of people that don't want to run the Barons Toolbox toolbar, and with the changes Splinterlands is doing, I think I'm going to migrate my land tool, which is currently turned off and you can't see, and right now it's broken. I think I'm going to migrate that back to the website here as a standalone item. I think I'm going to have a land box right here that will be standalone for your land lookup and land market and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be easier for me to fix there, knowing all the changes that are getting ready to happen to Splinterlands. I can't roll patches out quick enough to the toolbar. So I think here I can roll it out right now because I've got this website is being hosted on a server here in my house. Let me close that now that that's working. Let me close this now that that's working. Let me close that because that's working, and that. And I don't need that open, and I don't need that open, and there we go. Much cleaner. So are you guys ready for end of season tomorrow? I'm up to 86 diamond chests, and more importantly, I'm up to 86 diamond chests. I'm still at maximum level of Diamond 1, despite the fact that I didn't care what cards I threw on my lands. I picked the best ones it offered, and that meant I was pulling some cards away from my playable hand. And again, I'm playing bot play, so I'm in wild. But now that I say that, I want to go look over here. Okay, so I got 30 more SPS to collect from lands. This is one thing that caught me off guard with land, is the fact that land, even though I said to claim, all it did is it moved it from the land interface and it threw it in this bucket, so I gotta like claim it again. What I have noticed is, look at this. I ran, I think, 35 energy today, and I got 73 SPS from battles. Now, in Wild, I would normally only get like 25 to 35. So because all these other people are putting their monsters to work, it looks like they're not pulling nearly as much from the Wild SPS pool. So that's going to be interesting for me to watch, because I definitely clocked a lot more SPS today in battle rewards. So, and then early this morning I collected another 40 SPS from land. So it looks like I'm at about 70, 75 SPS altogether. So that number is definitely looking a lot better. My whole goal has always been to make sure I try to get at least between everything 100 SPS a day. And right now, with this change, I think I could be getting as close to... I get 55 SPS from my staked SPS. So I get 55. I pulled 40 earlier, and I have 109, which would be... So right now, I think in the last 24 hours, I believe I'm at 200 SPS for the day. Could have been just luck, but I'm going to keep watching it to see what I get. Lich Death, how you doing? Yes, land is here. Land is out. It's confusing. It's expensive. It's weird. It's fun. It's fire and forget. It's all sorts of things. It's hard to determine how great it's going to be. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. It's a huge numbers game, so it's just a matter of checking out everything. I was surprised that there was, when you log into the game, there's no big announcement that land is out. It was just kind of like, okay. Then you got to click on your land. You got to select a region. You got to view your plots. And then you got to select your plot. And then you got to hit. Then you can finally see a manage button. And then you get to see all the juicy stuff. It's kind of buried. And then what I was looking at, which is kind of easier for people to do. Let's see. Can you guys can't see this on the screen. There you go. Now you can see the URL up here. Okay, here's what I was finding is going to be a lot easier for people. And it's like this. This is a production overview. Ignore that. This screen right here, where you can see everything happening in Region 23. If you look up here, this makes it really easy for you to make a URL to see your region. So let's say I'm also in Region 119. I can just come up here in the URL, change the number to 119, and I can go straight here. And here's my Region 119. I listed 4 plots of land for sale because I can't put them to use yet. However, I listed them very high. I listed them at $95 a plot. I expect they will not sell, and that's fine. I plan to put them to use, but if they sell before I put them to use, at $95 a pop, I'm not going to be sad. The UI, yeah, I've had issues with Splinterlands UI for the past 2.5 years. That's why I made Barons Toolbox. I will try not to beat it up too bad. I like it so far. I need more decking. Yep, Pops, I hear you. I burned up all my DEC reserves, and today, this morning, I listed all the remainder of my Untamed cards, which wasn't much. It was about 40 no, like 35 cards. I listed those all for sale. I was at 8,000 deck. I'm at 23,000 deck right now. So something sold. I don't know what. I haven't checked. But what I want to point out to people is once you get to this screen and where you're going to want to harvest everything, a good thing to do was come in here and get that URL and just bookmark the URL. And that way, you know, you can just come over here, and if you've got your URL, like my big region is 23, and now I can just go straight there. Bypass all the BS. Now, I'm not sure why it didn't load. Well, this screen... Okay, let me do a refresh here. That should show a little something, I would think. It's trying to prove me wrong. So I'm here. If I go to Harvest All, okay. I mean, I've got very minimal stuff here I could harvest, but I was expecting it to fill in some numbers. I think it's because you didn't see it, Lich Death. I had just harvested everything not too long ago, and it's like a 1 hour wait between harvests. So I think it's just not updated because it hasn't been a full hour yet. So basically, it doesn't add to that coffer until it's been an hour, I think. Gotta sneeze here. Sorry about that. Same with your zero. Sudden spike in price. Put it to the market at a high price. If it sells, you're happy. But if it doesn't matter because you're happy to keep it also. Yep, that's kind of where I'm at, DeFizz. I listed, you know, if those 4 plots were to sell at $95 each, and there's still plots out there for $30 each, I will go ahead and buy 8 plots at $30. DeFizz, I didn't see that officially. I heard that it was most likely going to happen. And I also know that the rechargeability also didn't really get a nerf. It got fixed to the way it should work. And that is a recharge unit in the ambush round will not instantly attack. It will charge in round 0 and get its attack in round 1. So that's another little tweak. That one was just simply, it wasn't working as intended. And so that has been also put into the fix, I believe. So yeah, let's see, something else. I keep forgetting about this. And we got people out there waiting. Yeah. It really doesn't matter if you guys play. I just try to keep this running. It keeps things fresh in my mind. And there we go. It was a couple of things, DeFizz. Recharge was attacking on the ambush round if you gave it ambush, but they corrected it. So now it will start charging on round 0, and it will attack on the first round, which is awesome because nobody plays those cards because half the time they were dead before they ever got to attack. I just gotta check Discord real quick for something here. Yeah, I forgot to update the message and the picture. Trying to figure out how better way to automate this. I really don't like it posting that. Yeah. Anyway. That's streamer problems, man. 28.5 for a plot with a building in a box. Now remember, Lich Death, building in a box no longer gets you the power core. I checked with Patron earlier today. While you don't get a power core for the plot, let me give you a visual on that. This is a power core. While you will no longer get the power core because they've already been handed out, you can still purchase a power core. And then building in a box still offers a instant level 1 building when Land Phase 2.0 comes out, or whenever it releases. So there still is some value in the building in a box. And here's my all Oceanus plot right here. Yep, so the grain and the power core have been handed out. So the $10 value is down to 1/3. Actually, it's still probably well worth, the $10 value just getting an instant level 1 building when Land Phase 2.0 comes out. Oh, I didn't get any totem fragments today. Sadness. I'm not expecting any anytime soon. My amount of production and the level of plots I have is so low. I am not expecting to get enough totem fragments to make a hill of beans. Let's see. Do I need to collect again today? I am constantly off. I cannot get my day on the... Today's the 29th. Unfortunately, I didn't collect until 8:47 the other day, so I have not got them yet for big time. And you know my schedule better than me. So I gotta remember in an hour, which I don't know if I'll still be streaming them then, but I do need to jump in there and collect them. So thank you for the reminder there, DeFizz. Have a good one, Lich Death. If you have questions, jump on not just my stream, jump on people's streams, ask questions about land if you have it. Yeah. I'll show you what little I know. Oh, and then I learned a trick from Bronze Dragon I wish I would have known day one when I was setting up. And that is, I never knew this, but on the non-card market, I didn't know they were selling time crystals over here. And time crystals, I bought a ton of at full price. And I could have got them at like a 35% discount. So I basically burned about 30,000 in DEC that I did not need to burn. Now, knowing I'm going to need some more, that's why I'm selling stuff right now so I can buy some over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Let's see, I got 23,000. I know each common plot needs 150. So what is that? 150 will be 9,300. There we go. So I'm just going to pick up 300 right now because I know I'm going to need it. Oh, I got a big time code. But yeah, so thank you to Bronze Dragon. And this just goes to show how crummy the Splinterlands interface really is the fact that I didn't even know they were sellable in the game. Because they hide this screen. Insert big rant from Axler Twinblade here. Yeah. I didn't even think to look. I didn't know that existed. Because I kept thinking in my head, oh yeah, you can't trade grain in the game yet. So why would I be able to do time crystals? Yep, we contributed to the burn. Okay, so let's go over here to... This is where I can get a code for you. Yeah. I should have two. I have two invite codes. They're defiz. So I will send you one privately. I'm taking it off the screen because otherwise anybody can grab it. And here we go. There you go. Open loot is the market to big time. If you have questions about it, let me know. I will gladly tell people about big time. I'm not trying to push big time. It is a Web 2 game with a Web 3 hybrid aspect to it. Basically, the whole gameplay and everything is all Web 2. And if you want to put skins on your character or craft skins and all this kind of stuff, that is all Web 3. And it's not the cheapest. So not financial advice to get into it, but for a free code, you can play it as much as you want. You don't ever have to buy any of its NFTs. So if you're just looking for a free game to check out, there you go. I have another code available right now. But yeah, so I'm selling off stuff so I can buy up some time crystals. Once I have enough time crystals, I'll start saving enough so I have enough to stake on land, and then I will activate additional plots of land. And all my additional plots of land will most likely go straight to grain. They will be for grain. So yeah, big shout out to Bronze Dragon for showing me how silly I was. I want to see something. I want to see on my common plots. No. I want to see on this SPS guy what workers I have over here. Okay, I am producing, quite a bit. I've got 30,000 power over here. What I was wondering in my head is if I should shift this to doing grain. And then if I could make up that difference by shifting 3 of my other plots over to... I really hate this layout, guys. It's killing me. That button. Goodness. Anyway, I would then switch 3 of my commons over here to do SPS and have that rare one doing grain instead. I'm wondering if I would get the same amount of SPS but produce a lot more grain than I consume. That's the question mark. In other words, is our logic reversed? Would it be better to have your best plot, like my epic? Would it be better to have my epic with the best guys running grain? Would that produce enough where I could switch all of my other plots over to SPS? Would I get a surplus of grain while still producing the same amount of SPS? That is the question. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have to worry about occupied. My dice rolls weren't that good. I got pretty much all common and an epic. Well, I got 3 magic commons and an epic. That was my big roll. And then Splinterlands TV gifted us one, and that's when I got my rare plot. Yeah, you were thinking the same thing. Now, the key is, though, to switch your building type, I think it costs 50. Oh, I can't see. I think it cost me 50 time crystals to change the building once it's cleared. So that would mean if I wanted to change 10 plots, it would cost me another 500 time crystals to do it instantly. Okay. I think I'm going to probably call it a stream right here, guys. I'm looking at, I got, my daughter, I think, needs a computer room. That's where I'm at right now. And so I want to make sure she can get in here and do what she needs to do. So I think I'm going to call it there. But I just wanted to just kind of do a little recap stream. I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me. And yeah, if you guys are able to, I would appreciate any likes and subscribes on Twitch or YouTube. Much appreciated. And we will catch you guys, I'm sure, in the next day or so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rebellion, even though I have no idea how I'm going to afford any of the cards. So I think I'm going to have to start up a GoFundMe account just to get Rebellion cards. So, until then, thanks everybody for hanging out with me, chit-chatting. Hope you guys have a good evening. Well, it's my evening, so have a good evening. Thanks, everyone.